I had a special surprise prepped and everything. But it looks to me like your hands are full. It's no biggie. We can always tweak the rules a bit.
Get ready, Sam. Coming.
Woo! He looks hungry. All you gotta do to make it out alive is not get eaten. Sound like fun? Of course it does.
Run, Sam, run! SVTs are gone.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help. Today's a good day. This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Cord cutters. can do it. well in sand. I'm here too. You there, Sam? The hospital I was staying at was crushed by a bridge. Still have nightmares about it. Still hear the crack before it all went down. I've been scared to death of bridges ever since. And, yeah. I know how that must sound considering our employer. I'm scared of the dark, too. Don't sleep anymore. Can't. strong, Sam. got him. Sam, do you remember your own birth? I remember being inside the womb. I wasn't alone. I could hear my mother's heartbeat. Hers. And hers. We were conjoined twins. One and the same before we were born. But then they tried to separate us with surgery. The operation was successful. We were still one. We knew each other's thoughts without saying a word. My joy was her joy. Her pain was my pain. And no distance was too great for us to overcome. some might call it a kind of telepathy.
What's up, man? How are you doing today?
Divided in body, joined in spirit. We had a beach just for us. One we shared. Our own private chiral network, you might say. With Cupids, we can build one that will let everyone share what Lochner and I have. I saw it all laid out before me after I signed up for Bridges. A network that could unite everyone, no matter how scattered or different. It would make us whole. It wouldn't be about bringing people into line. It would be about bringing them into the fold.
Time difference. What time is it there?
Share alike. A human that could change the world. Romilly's help and finalize the Cupid design. But after the attack and the birth, everything changed.
Oh, dang, you're East Coast. Okay.
First time in my life,
I didn't know that.
Lochner wasn't there.
I feel like I did, but I didn't remember.
But I'm not alone anymore. I can feel her again. She's close.
Yeah, she's close. I'm taking you there.
Sam,
I'm reuniting her right now with
I
her
feel whole again.
her long lost twin. Not really lost, but they split apart. And I'm carrying her in this bag because of the world.
Sorry, Lochner.
Any snow or rain, snow is actually even faster, but in the rain, things age extremely fast. My stuff gets rusty. All equipment will be messed up, so that's why she's completely covered. I gotta take her down there. Guess we're going around. Yeah, the Timefall. Yeah, I think I'm in episode. Yeah, I'm in episode 5. I gotta take her to her sister right now. Story-wise, it's actually pretty straightforward. It seems a lot more confusing in trailers, but once you play it, it's pretty self-explanatory. Well, not really, but they do explain a lot of things. But there's just so much lore, so much story in the world that you can learn as much as you want to, basically. It's really cool. Right now I'm about to see a cutscene pretty soon because I'm going to reunite her with her sister. So we'll see how that goes. Most likely I'm going to be quiet during all cutscenes, so. I haven't talked during any other of the playthroughs, so. But I think I'll just keep it where I don't talk in the cutscenes. Last time I checked, this thing was all... Oh, they got rid of the tar pit thing. Cool. Alright, let's reunite these sisters together.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID.
Yeah, they give you surprisingly a lot. It's pretty straightforward.
Decontaminating suit.
But yeah, we'll see what's going on right now. There's always something that makes me ask more questions. Alright, let's see this is what's gonna happen here.
Lincoln, no. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you so much. I love you so much. could hear your voice again.
She hasn't talked.
I shouldn't have kept you in the dark. Tried to save her. I couldn't. You don't have to say it anymore. Look, man. You need to fix his Cupid. I couldn't save our child, but you can save our world. Only you. I love you. You hear me? Forever. And always. Now, make the world whole, okay? Just like you make me.
I don't know how she died. The story right before this was that I cut the umbilical cord between her and her BT baby, which was on the other side of different dimension. So I don't think she sustained injury when I did that, because I cut the BT cord. It's very weird. She didn't seem injured, at least. She seemed emotional. Not enough for her to die. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Level 209. Hell yeah. Oh, I'll explain after this next cutscene. I don't want to interrupt too
All
much.
that she went through. I had no idea. I thought she'd severed our bond on purpose, that she stole our child and ran. I fixed your Cupid like she asked. The limiter should be functioning properly now. There is one thing. Before I sat down to work, I took a long, hard look at the code. I'm pretty sure someone's tweaked it. Either that, or my memory's going to pieces.
Someone rewrote your code?
Rewrote might be overstating it. Let's just say it wasn't the latest version I released. And yet, because of it, I was finally reunited with Malingan. Could be we found our culprit already. She died beneath the rubble, with our child still inside her. Her Ka passed over to the other side, but her Ha remained, bound to our dead daughter. She knew all of this, of course. That's why she kept one cuff loose. Didn't want anyone seeing her vitals.
Oh, that's why she died. Okay. Now it's starting to make sense.
Shame she couldn't use her favorite invention. She did all that to keep me and our daughter safe.
Alright, so I'll explain what happened with her first, and then I'll explain BT's. So, the reason why she died, even though she didn't sustain any injuries that I saw, is that she was telling me the story of how she lost... Basically, they're twin sisters. Her sister... Oh, hold on, this is all loud. Alright, so her sister couldn't produce, or doesn't have the right uterus to make the baby grow. And her herself couldn't produce the eggs. So, to carry the child, she was able to carry the child that was fertilized of her sister's egg. So she did that, right? Why is the beeping still going? Alright, and then so when she was in the hospital, all the rubble and stuff collapsed on top of her, and her baby essentially died. And when it was born, quote, born, it was born as a BT, which means that it is a BT. What it is that it's essentially the dead. When you die, you go to the other side, right? You pass on, you move on to the other side. They keep on mentioning these things called beaches. I haven't seen a beach myself, but they keep on talking about these beaches, and I don't know if that's metaphorically or literally, but essentially the dead are appearing as BTs, those things that that you see when he's like all crouched down in the rain, and you can see their things like they're basically the supernatural in this game. You see them because they're the death stranding. Stranding means they return back, and stranded means they stay here, but they're not completely here in the afterlife. They're tethered still, so they're still stranded here, but not like officially. So that's why we see them, because they're beached up like a whale, in a sense. Like they get beached up onto this beach, which I don't know if it's metaphorical or literal, but you can see them in our world, and they're a threat. I don't know exactly how they're a threat, but they do interact with us and stuff. I actually don't know, because like we know they're bad. We want to avoid the BTs, and some of them are way more crazier than others. But not all the BTs are bad, at least when they're small. And I don't know exactly why they're trying to kill us. Or, maybe they're not trying to kill us. Maybe they're just trying to grab us, and then as they grab us and, they try to take us into the other world for whatever reason, but essentially killing us. So, you gotta be careful. Oh, and if you die in the world of the living, you gotta incinerate the bodies. Because if a BT or one of those big things are successful in bringing a body to the other side, it causes a thing called a void out, and essentially is just a giant explosion of energy kind of thing, and it's enough to wipe out an entire city. Remember, Amelie said that she was at the shore and it showed her at the beach at the beginning. Yeah, so her saying that she's at the beach, that's why I don't know if it's literal or metaphorical, because I think it's literal. But then again, why am I inland? Why am I in the middle of the country and these things are happening? And she was able to communicate with me from the West Coast, which that's where I'm heading. I'm heading west. And like, she's not dead. She just says that she got captured. So I'm not sure exactly what's up. She says she wants me to save her. She's waiting for me at the beach. Maybe she is dead, and maybe I have to try to find a way to bring her back, her soul to reunite back with her body, because her body's not incinerated yet, probably. Because in one of the flashbacks that they had, I think it was the mother, and I think it was Amelie. She had said that she was going to show me how to go away, or get away from this beach or whatever, and go back to where I was as I was a kid. Kid Norman Reedus. So I'm like, was I dead before? Because I know I can repatriate, which is that thing where if I die, I can just find my soul again on my own. And maybe that's why she said that she was going to show me how to find my body again, or find my way to return back. And then maybe she needs help now to return back to her body, maybe? That's why she says meet her at the beach. The beach plays a giant role between the living and the dead in this game, and I have no idea exactly why, and I don't know how, and I don't know if it's literal. If it's a literal beach that I have to go to, and like, because every time I see the flashback, it's always like the same style of beach. It's never different beaches, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's very confusing. It reminds me of Metal Gear for sure, where it's just like I can explain so much, yet I feel like I'm spinning in circles because I can't really explain. But yeah, it's interesting. It's very captivating, that's for sure. New interview data about, oh, here we go. Maybe we can figure out stuff about BTs and void outs. This is the interview data, so. After this cutscene, I'll try to see if this says anything important about it.
Sis?
Probably, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Purgatory for sure.
We're whole again. We're one. Like before in the womb, remember?
Malingen.
Hakma.
Well done, Sam. Thanks to you, Edgenut City is finally within reach. And you, Lochner. Your work will help ensure that the chiral network remains online. Together, we might just make it all the way west. Now then, Sam, there's something else you ought to know. We've been studying the data from when you claim you encountered those soldiers. We had audio, which doesn't paint a complete picture on its own, but the languages, the names, and terms we picked out, the munitions we could identify, everything seems to indicate that you were on a battlefield over 100 years ago.
Oh,
World War I, to be
precise. I thought so.
It wasn't a dream. Wasn't a hallucination. Maybe you were spirited away to another dimension or something. Given the time discrepancies, maybe you were sent to a beach. Can't say anything for certain. That said, I've never heard of a beach turned into a battlefield. But beaches are shaped by the will of the people who inhabit them. Perhaps Hartman can offer a more rational explanation.
Yes, please.
Beaches are his specialty.
Oh, yes, good, okay.
He's still outside the chiral network. Anyway, get some rest. No use dwelling on questions we can't answer.
See, my answers will come to me soon.
Your work is great.
Alright, so beaches will be explained soon. Thank God. Okay, so Mama died because, anyway, she was giving birth, and then she got crushed by the collapsing building, and she gave birth to the BT baby because it was already dead, and so it was still attached to her, I guess, through an umbilical cord. But she refused to let it go because it was still her baby kind of thing that she was carrying, so she grew an attachment to it. I think she died because I cut the BT baby umbilical cord because she wanted the baby to live so much that essentially she gave her all, her life included, into making this thing alive. And when I cut that tie, she essentially was dying. She was on borrowed time, basically. Let's see. Let me see my baby real quick. Let me check my BT baby. Hey, what? Where is it?
Lou?
Lou.
Ooh, looking for this? Surprise. Fragile warped me here. I finally got to visit the beach. Well, her beach. Don't worry, I didn't come all this way for the sightseeing. Your beloved BB has a serious issue.
Oh, episode 6. Hell yeah. We're moving on. But it has an issue?
You may recall me explaining that these incubators connect BBs via the chiral network to their still mothers back at HQ. Bridge babies are quite literally bridges between this world and the other side. Their place is not here with us, nor with the BTs over there. They belong precisely in between, with no greater affinity for one world or the other. But BB-28 here has been leaning further and further towards the world of the living. Towards you, Sam.
That's because we're partners.
That's my baby.
Partners? Sam, a BB's a tool, not a human being. Bridge, yes. Baby, no.
So tell me what the problem is.
This tool, this weapon, is transforming into a living being. It's gaining weight. Its brain activity is increasing. It's accumulating memories. BB-28 is becoming self-aware, becoming an actual child.
Doesn't sound like a problem to me.
It's hardware, Sam. Manufactured for a purpose. A purpose it cannot fulfill outside the pod. There is a 70% risk of catastrophic failure simply in removing it. Which hardly matters because at this point, it'll cease functioning within a couple of days.
Cease functioning?
That's right. Not even the pod will be enough. It'll be bricked.
What do we do?
We reset it. You'll have to leave it with me, of course. I'll cut the cord that links the two of you and then perform an operation that reconnects it to the other side.
No.
Think of it as a
Never
little
BB.
tug to correct its alignment. To put it back where it belongs, right between the world of the living and the dead. But like I said,
Sounds
you'll have
messed
to
up.
be without it for a while.
You're sure this'll work?
Of course. One catch, though. The surgery may erase its memories.
Erase? Will forget me?
Relax. The BB will still function as intended. You just have to trust me. Come on. I'm telling you, it's like a game. Just select retry and start again. And this is why I hate these things. Sam, I was already filthy from my trip through the beach, but now your BB has added insult to injury.
So interesting. Like, it's grown an attachment to me because I've been with it for a while. And they just think of it as hardware, and they're going to reset it by somehow synchronizing it over there to be a little bit closer to the land of the living because I mean the land of the dead because it's been too close over here because of our attachment. Hmm. What the hell?
No one can spy on us in here. It's just you and me. No audio records of what we say. No video for lip reading analysis. Get closer. Die Hardman cannot know of this. Understood? I've been doing some digging into the first BB experiments. Officially, they were suspended by the government following a void out which claimed the life of the then acting president. Documents were shredded. BB technology banned, yes? But obviously, the experiments continued in secret, on the direct orders of President Strand.
Bridget?
The BBs were essential to solving the mystery of the Death Stranding. Oh, she had big plans for them. They weren't designed just to be BT detectors. She wanted to incorporate them into the chiral network to facilitate travel to the beach. But none of her plans ever came to fruition. And now BB Tech has fallen into terrorist hands.
What's Die Hardman's part in this?
I'm afraid to find out. I don't know how long he was working for Strand. I don't even know his real name or his face. I thought you might, since you two go further back.
He was already wearing a mask when I met him. Something about burning his face.
Right. Sorry. Any data we have from back then is classified at the highest level. As far as I know, the director is the only one with clearance. But the chiral network presents a new opportunity. By compiling fragmented data in the public domain from all across the country, I might be able to piece together a little more of the puzzle. Be careful, Sam. They're watching. Well, Sam, you're a good sport. I'll give you that. Still, it's a fine way to get out of doing the laundry.
Just fix BB, all right?
Oh, no. You'll be doing the fixing. I'd never manage without your help. Check the delivery terminal upstairs for the details. When you're ready, of course.
Part 47. The lot continues. He's the fetus. He actually wants to surprisingly past the movie. I mean, I know you're messing around, but like, I have had some theories that he might be a BB of the past or somehow something like that. So I don't know. You might not be too far off the truth, to be honest. You never know with these games. But yeah, we're gonna learn more about the beaches pretty soon, so that's gonna be pretty cool. That's right, he usually connects at this point to the BB. No BB to connect to, that's odd. Oh man, like 95% of it is just me walking around, so you might have to scrub through a lot of stuff. You're probably better off just watching a YouTube video or whatever that says like all cinematics or all story stuff.
That man tells me your BB isn't performing to spec. We'll have to put your primary mission on hold until we restore its functionality. It's our only Dooms-compatible unit. And you're gonna have to deal with more BTs as you head further west. Case in point, Emily's informed us of a tar belt outside of Edge Knot City. A massive region crawling with BTs that Higgs supposedly summoned. And as much as we want you to get her out as soon as possible, you'll have a snowball's chance in hell without your BB.
My BB.
So your first priority is to help Deadman restore it to working order. And since he's on site, maybe the two of you can discuss it in person.
Sam, I'm a little busy at the moment, so I hope you don't mind if we stick to Hollow. First, I need you to link up a few preppers in the area so we can increase local chiral density. That's to bolster the connection between BB-28 and its stillmother. Then, as I explained earlier, we need to correct your BB's alignment. To facilitate that process, we need to quite literally put some distance between you two. Keep it here while we send you out. If everything goes to plan, your BB should resume normal function.
Fortunately, this plan advances our other objectives. We want to integrate this region into the chiral network anyway. So build relationships with the preppers by making deliveries and convince them to come on board. It's not easy to make a home for yourself in those mountains. Even so, plenty of people had a mind to try. You'll find shelters scattered throughout. We've got a whole list of orders from them waiting to be processed. Remember, though, that you're dealing with folks who chose to live out there. Folks who probably value their privacy. Don't think for a second it'll be easy to win them over. You'll have to earn their trust, bit by bit, job by job. Another thing, Sam. You'll be making runs without a BB for a spell. That will vastly diminish your ability to detect BTs. So keep your eyes and ears open for anything out of the ordinary. And stay the hell out of the rain if you can help it.
Have they explained what's up with Dooms? Dooms, from what I understand, is like a sixth sense of sorts. It's not quite as good as being able to visually see them with the BB, because the BB can actually, if I connect to it, I can literally see the outline of the BTs and see where they're at. Dooms is more of a, you can sense things, and there's different levels of Dooms. It's what you're born with, essentially. Think of it as like My Hero Academia, where you're born with a quirk or not. I think in the very beginning of the game, they asked for my birthday, and I put it on there, and it said that Gemini, Cancer, et cetera, et cetera. They said like a couple signs, and it says some of those have higher levels of Dooms than others, and I was like, oh, so it's something you're born with, and it's just an ability that you can get to sense the death stranding, I guess you can say. That's from what I understand of it. And so Dooms, yeah, is essentially that. And I can come back to life after I die because I'm a repatriate, is what they called it. I have Dooms, and I am like a higher level that I could do that. It's rare to do that, so. I gotta get my BB. The roboticist, huh? The doctor. Borderlands 3. That'd be cool. I mean, there's a lot to do in this game as long as you are okay with a lot of walking and stagnant time of just not really doing. Like, you do breathe and stuff, but it's as much as it's as long as you want the game to be, pretty much. You can kind of beeline it for the story. It'll still take you dozens of hours, or you can do easily over 100 hours by just delivering stuff. I mean, the gameplay, I don't know. It's not for everybody. That's what I keep saying. Like, some people will find enjoyment out of it. I am addicted to it. It is kind of tedious, you know, walking around and doing all this stuff, but there's something to it that I just can't help.
This will be right at home in my collection.
Thank you for your contribution.
So now when she asked me to go outside. Hell yeah, man. There's a lot of walking to do in this game. Sometimes there's running. Sometimes there's slower walking. Sometimes you gotta hold your breath while you're walking. You gotta balance left and right while you're walking. Sometimes you gotta soothe your baby while you're walking. So there's a lot of walking in this game. That's for sure. Alright, let's see. Fuck it, let's do 2. Ooh, yes.
Order assigned.
Sam, you read me?
Lochna?
Uh-huh. Calling you via a Bridges dedicated line. I've been asked to carry on in my sister's place and provide you with support. We're whole again. One. Forever and always. We still speak, so I shouldn't have any trouble getting up to speed.
You back with Bridges then?
It's not about that. Never was. It's about what she wants. What we want. And why shouldn't we help you? You helped us. We're all connected now.
Thank you so much.
Alright, let's go to the doctor first. Well, you know what? Both of them less than 50 damage. Let's go to the mountains first. See how far I go, because there's been a lot of rain in the mountains. I'm the best driver. They stop for every little rock. Damn, that's gonna be far. Oh, here comes the rain. Ugh, let's see. Oh, that's right. Wait, how the hell am I supposed to go if I have no BB? Oh. Wait. What? Okay, I guess I'm not going that way. We're going to the doctor now.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Oh, there's a bridge up there. It's one of the best placed bridges I've seen.
Weapons detected. All... Delivering cargo.
A delivery? Oh, good. Excellent. Everything appears to be in perfect condition.
Oh, did it? I don't know. I'll see right now. It happens sometimes.
There's something I've been meaning to ask. Would you help me join the UCA? If me being a part of it ensures more people get the medical attention they require,
I'll probably reset the
then
stream
it's
right now a
well
little bit.
worth the hassle.
Oh yeah, I see it on my end too. That's weird. Thank you for letting me know. I'll reset the stream right now and then... Well, I'll end the stream and then I'll restart it again.
Thank you for that. I might not be as young as I once was, but I've still got plenty to offer. Oh, by the way, I came across something I thought you might find useful. You're more than welcome to it.
What the hell is that? More monster? Is it another canteen? Oh, upgraded to level 2 canteen. Produces monster energy that restores more stamina than the level 1 canteen. Alright, cool.
Your deliveries have saved lives. And, as you know, every life that's saved is one fewer BT to deal with. Which in the long run means even more lives are saved. Please, don't give up. No matter how difficult it may become, I implore you.
I see you've put another shelter on the network. Nice job. Chiral levels are increasing as predicted, which is good. As for BB-28, you'll be pleased to hear the operation went well. There should be no need for additional major procedures. We're not out of the woods yet, but I think it's safe to say that the worst is behind us. All that remains is to continue expanding the network, monitor changes as chiral levels increase, and make adjustments as necessary. Drug therapy should suffice. Keep it up, Sam.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal.
Got
for
cable
further
coming tomorrow
information.
for that upgrade. Oh yeah, the fast Wi-Fi, or the fast internet. Well, that's cool. Play MK tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to play Death Stranding like all weekend. I got things to do. I'm gonna be going to my girlfriend's. Gonna squeeze in Death Stranding however I can today and tomorrow. It's freaking rain. What a bum. I know. I'm scared. Like, what the hell is curd? I'm curd, man.
Deploying autonomous delivery bot.
You don't want any of my collector. You don't need any of my collector right now. Death Stranding guy. Hell no, I'm not taking that shit. 45 minutes to get there? After that. I think we've all played Gears. I like his rewind variation a little bit. I still think the other variations are stronger. But the rewind one is really interesting. The teleport's pretty interesting, but you have to set it up first, so I don't know. Alright, let's see. What am I gonna do now? I'm not taking that shit. That's way too far. But do I have to?
Thank you, my friend.
40? Are you not optimizing? It should be like 50, I don't know.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Oh, it is very pixely, huh? I'm gonna reset this real quick. I'm gonna end it and then I'm gonna go back in. I'll be back.